Good evening, everyone. So I wanna talk some more about my mom. So I made a video a couple of days ago that I should have called her on the day she died, but I didn't know she was gonna die. I just put it off until the next day. So I started thinking, it's about a week after my mom died, I had this overwhelming guilty feeling, and I'm in a thrift store, and I start talking to this lady randomly about all the crap I put on my mother. So in my family, there's a lot of leaning on my parents at the time, and there was a lot of bad things that were happening too, around that time. And so my mom is on an oxygen machine, and I hear her, she's having such a hard time breathing. And when she would talk, she would take off her mask, and then when she didn't talk, she'd put her mask back on, and you would hear that breathing. It's like she never could get enough oxygen because she had a rare disease, which I talked about way back when. So I'm talking to this lady, and I tell her, you know what I really feel the most guilty about? My mom is dying, and I'm still dumping my problems on her. And you could hear a pin drop in this store. Everybody just stopped hitting the hangers, and I just started talking to this woman. I don't know where it came from or why I had this conversation, and I just felt so horrible about all the crap I was putting on her. I was putting on all my personal problems, my financial problems, my problems with my dad, issues I was having with my daughter. I mean, it was just overwhelming, and she's dying. But she never told me she was dying. She promised she would tell me, but she did call that day that I missed. Well, I didn't even know she called that day anyway. That message didn't come on my phone until I asked, Father, I'd like to hear my mom's voice one more time. And it popped up on my phone that day. But I want to talk about that. When I was looking back on it back then, I felt real guilty. I really did. And I'm over it now, a little bit. But even my own daughter, she talks to me about a lot of stuff, which is cool. I love speaking with her. But we never really get to, sit down and have conversations. So if she goes out, she'll call me, and if I'm out, I'll call her now. And we'll talk, the entire time. And she goes, Mom, I leave the house so you can have your time. And here we are talking. That's the only time we have. She has school, work, and then we have the baby. So, we're cleaning house, we're organizing, we're doing something, But my mom never complained, But I know there was times she was upset about, a lot of my different situations. She'd be like, you need to, stand your ground, you need to do this and you need to do that, And I have a hard time confronting certain people in my family. It's like I said, I don't know how to fight back. If I do say something, well, you could have done it too, or, it's always you. I'm a little pointer. So I just didn't see a point in it, so it was better just to whine about it to my mom. But it wasn't. I could have made her last couple weeks or her last couple months a lot better, and I didn't. Let me just dump some more of my garbage on you. Let me just dump, and I didn't do that. I mean, I didn't make it more happier for her. I wish I could have. There's that wish, coulda, shoulda, But when I got done speaking to that lady about everything, I think, you could live with your pin drop in that room, in that store. But I don't mean to laugh about it, but I'm sure a lot can relate to how much we put on our parents. We're lucky enough to have a parent. I guess I still feel bad about it. I'll probably never go away. You know, I tell her all the time I'm sorry. You know, but I gotta find that forgiveness too for myself about that. I still haven't seen her in the veil, but she hasn't popped through the veil. But I did get word she's good, so that's a bonus. I just hope she's healing and she's getting the rest she needs. Because even when we die, you know, we still have to heal everything in our lives. For me, this is a form of healing. Speaking about, you know, all kinds of different situations. And I'm hoping that it will help somebody else too. I don't want you guys to feel guilty, but there are other avenues that there are. I mean, like now I talk to God like 24/7. I don't think I really started. I mean, I've always talked to Him, but not like the way I have in the last couple of years. You know, He's my rock. I love Him with all my heart, and without Him, I'm nothing. I'll never be anything. So He's the one who gives me my strength every day. Good morning, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. First thing I do, sins open my eyes. Thank you for this day. I mean, I hear a lot of people talk, and we have these big prayers and these big things, how they speak and stuff, and I'm real happy for them, you know. But I mean, He knows my heart. He knows I love Him, and He's always been there for me. Walking with God was not easy, and you're judged constantly. You're a freak, you're a weirdo, you're this or that, but I'm not any of those things. I'm a human being that has a heart, and I bleed just like everybody else. And there's a lot of us like that out here, you know. It has everything, but we're just supposed to love, you know, and just keep loving. All the women that actually gave me strength was my grandmothers. I didn't really know my great-grandmother. I remember her briefly, and my great-grandfather. I know they were preachers. That I do know. And they all worked hard, every single one of them. And all had multiple things on their plates. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I was just thinking about my mom again. She must be with me, because it's just like right here in my heart, you know.